What's happening? What's up? I'm Omar. Welcome to the channel. Now, before we get started, let's go and get these pleasantries out of the way. If you like the content, even if you don't necessarily agree with me on this particular topic, let's go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Let's like it and go ahead and share it for me, please. All right, so we see the topic of discussion in the thumbnail. What we're going to talk a little bit about today is, can you afford to date? Now, we all heard it. No romance without finance, no love or no money, no honey. And that's going to ring truer than ever right now. It's going to cost you money to go on those dates. And I know this topic is going to get a lot of pushback, and a lot of cats not going to pay it attention, because who don't like a good time? Who don't like being able to go out, have a couple of drinks, laugh with something that smell good, laugh with a woman that, look good, and then you go home and the fruits of your labor paid off, man. Who don't like that? But this ain't really about them. This is about you. Because if you don't have the money to play that game, one, you ain't playing it the way that somebody who got money and can afford that, you're not playing it the same way. You think you having a good time, you're not. If you got stresses that coming out after those dates, and you don't know whether or not your car gonna go through, or you don't ran up a credit card bill just because you want to take somebody out, man, you're not enjoying it the same way. It's cats that's out there right now eating good, drinking good, taking chicks on trips to beaches and having a good exotic time. If that's you right now, this video ain't for you. But if that ain't you, you can get there. But you got to put your focus on, I ain't worried about the right now. You got to put that focus on, how do I make it to that next level financially in life? And spending money, that really is never the time. That's never going to be the way. Because if you in a place right now where you can't really afford it, and you know who you are, this is, man, me and you just talking. Ain't nobody else paying attention to you. Take that focus. It's going to usually take you in life a year or two to get from one position as far as in a company to that next position and get to a higher pay grade. Or it's going to take you maybe a year to two to get your business off the ground running the way you want it running, if you put that energy and an effort into it. So when we talking about, can you afford a date? Yeah, we talking financially, but it's going to take energy. It's going to take effort to get to those places. It's going to take that 20 extra hours that you can put in at work so they can see the hard work so you can get promoted, or that 20 extra hours you put in after work to get your business running. Don't take that time and put it into chasing sex. And most of the time, if you ain't got that money you won't. You chasing something you really, they ain't even really where I want. When I get my shit together, I'm going to get what I really want. I ain't saying that's the way you should be, but that's how a lot of cats think. But they ain't never going to get themselves together or going to get their money together because they focused on the right now. They focused on, man, I want to have sex right now. Man, that ain't life. Man, it's a big world. It's a lot of stuff that you can do in it. And if you got your good woman by your side, the woman you enjoy, man, there's some good times out here. But don't shortchange yourself right now for what you can have in the future, because, like I said, you want to chase after something. Going on dates and you worried about what she ordering. Let me say, man, if you go out with a woman who got her stuff together, who got her business together, that's just what they order. We ain't talking about them chicks that she trying to get a free meal, or she don't really ever take herself like this. There's some women out there, they make six figures too. And when she go out with her girls or go out by herself, she eat good. She drink good. She make sure she going to the nice spots. She going on vacations, international, by herself. And a lot of cats laughing at that. They doing it because, man, we ain't got the money financially sometimes to do it. And that's because we want to pity pat and play around with The women that ain't what you want. You just trying to do something right now. So this video is, man, look inside. And this ain't even really about dating. This about you. Man, you want to live life. You ain't gonna let no woman hold you back. You shouldn't let your homeboys hold you back. You ain't finna let being lazy hold you back. I want to get here. And I'm gonna put that energy and that effort in to get there. Because when you get to a certain place in your life, you start moving to your 30s and 40s. Some of your homeboys gonna separate from you. And I'm not saying separate that you don't talk no more. He ain't staying in that neighborhood no more. He done put in that work. And you can look at his house and, man, I wish I had a house like that. Man, I wish I had a car like that. And I wish I had what he has on his arm like that. Or you can make your mind up that I'm finna put that effort in and that energy in to get to where I want to be at. A lot of times, man, we gonna sit there and you gonna put your money into a woman. You gonna pay for her bills when she behind. You gonna pay for whatever and you pulling her up. And if y'all don't end up together, the next woman, man, she don't care the energy that you put in to somebody else. She care that, hey, I want to go out to dinner. And now you got to make an excuse of, I forgot my card at home. You got cats saying that's enjoying life based off of the failures that you coming with dating. And like I said, but if you got it, enjoy it, man. You work for it. If you say, yes, I can afford to date, I got my retirement together, I got my house, I got my car, I take trips, I save, I invest. Oh, man, it's a good time. Tell your homeboys that, man. Hey, and your homeboy may have taken a different path than you. Your homeboy may have went to college. Your homeboy may have got out at 22, 23, always made somewhat of an okay salary, knew he was going to keep going up. He 30 years old and he enjoying it. That might not have been your path. But you got to figure out your path. Just because you went on that path right then, don't mean you can't get on that path. Just because right now I'm struggling, I don't know what I'm going to do right now, taking that woman out ain't really the answer. It's going to feel good for about 15 minutes. Then reality going to hit you. And this ain't no way putting nobody down at all. Like I said, man, this is just that real conversation of, man, age is coming. And either you're going to be prepared financially, you're going to get the woman you want, you're going to have the good time you want, or you're going to sit there and you're going to date right now. 2 years. Invest in yourself for 2 years if you like, man, I don't really like the path I'm going on. 2 years. You ain't got to worry about trying to be extra fly for dates. You ain't got to worry about adding burden to yourself. You just focused on you. And you ain't focused on saving money. 10,000, 15, 20,000, man, that's down payments on a car. That's a couple of good trips and that's gone. You focused on, how do I elevate my salary? If you got a job, how do I get promoted? If you got a business, how do I build my business? If you don't have a business, how do I build that business? How do I put 20 hours extra instead of spending that time with that woman? Like I said, it's not all financially. How do I spend that time I would spend on her into building me? Because when you do, man, that woman that smell good, look good, got herself together, she ain't wrong for wanting a certain type of man. I ain't saying she want a man. You don't want no woman who using you. But it's some women who got their stuff together and she just wants you to come to the table with what she got. And not even sometimes all of what she got, just with something. And you want to enjoy life, man. It's a different type of life. It's just like this. If anybody ever asks you, and when I was in college, I could have did a lot better. But that cat who sat there and studied, and he was focused, and he was like, man, all that dude do is study. Man, he flipped that into a better time. He wasn't worried about the right then, but right now, the next remainder of his life. Good, because he made a sacrifice when he had to make a sacrifice. Is today right there the day you need to make that sacrifice? Or does it just feel that good to you? Do you just gotta chase it? It's up to you, man. But that's the topic, man. Like I said, I got a couple of more, videos. Check them out. Man, it's just things to think about, man. But it's being honest with ourselves. Don't nobody know these conversations and these thoughts that you have but you. And you the only person that can make sure that you live in life the way you want to live at it. And like I said, man, just start looking at things differently, man. Start looking at it just because your boy going out and chasing chicks, man. I got shit I got to do. Man, I ain't got time for this. Like your boy on House Party. Man, get your nose in them books and off them gals. Sometimes you got to get your mind off them girls, man. Sometimes you got to have the focus on you. And everything you want, when you put it on you, oh, you're going to get it. You're going to figure it out. You're going to research it. But that's the topic, man. Like I said, if you check out a couple more of the videos, and if you like the content, even if you don't necessarily agree with me on this particular take, if you feel like, man, I'm fucking bitches, man, shut the fuck up. I'm tripping. But that's man, just something to think about. And if you like the content, even if you don't necessarily agree with me, and how you don't agree with me on get your money right so you can get what you want out of life, how you don't agree with that, I don't know. But if you don't agree with me, that's cool. Still hit that subscribe button, that like button, and go ahead and share it for me, please.